Welcome to United Parks is One Wellness Wednesday for April 19th, 2023. My name is Carla Robinson. I'm the Executive Director of United Parks as One. I'm here with Hajjah Dena Corbin, the United Parks as One Wellness and Wellbeing Navigator. Hajjah Dena is our guide for our wellness journey. Hajjah Dena, when we met last month, you reintroduced us to character strengths and encouraged everyone to take the character strengths survey. Today, you'll help us start putting that information to use. So let's get started.
So I hope everyone did take the character strengths inventory, and I'm here with a special guest. But before I introduce her and have her tell you what she found out about the character strengths, I want to remind you of what character strengths are. So character strengths are those positive qualities that individuals have as reflected in their thoughts, the way they feel, and the way they act, that promotes the well-being of themselves and it promotes well-being in others. So today we have, as I mentioned before, my friend Renee Pulliam. We go back a long way. We used to work together. I always found Renee to be she's a brilliant person, very, very bright, very smart. And I appreciate having connected with her once again. So I'm going to ask her a few questions, and it's the same questions that you'll see when you take your character strengths inventory. So Renee.
Yes. Good morning, ladies. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Oh, yeah.
So the first question for you, Renee, is were your results a true reflection of who you are and in what ways?
Actually, I I I want to say yes, they were, but I didn't know they were until I took this assessment. For instance, hope, right? I was surprised that hope was my that was my greatest strength. I'm looking at it. No, gratitude. I'm sorry, gratitude, and then hope. Um, Gratitude is being aware of and thankful for the good things that happen, taking time to express thanks. Um, Although I was doing those things, I didn't think about that I'm doing those things. It's just,
Okay.
I think this whole environment, the last 3 years, it's just been a lot of things happening that just made me turn more towards my faith.
Okay.
I can't say any of this without saying thanking God. I thank God every day. That's what made me veer towards it. I've always been a spiritual person, but I don't go to church every Sunday. I don't do any of that. But I believe that being thankful and being grateful for the little things matter. So
Yes.
I do that, but my let me see now. My second strength was hope. So I don't know. I was thinking, well, maybe I have like a little sadness, maybe just a little bit of, because there's a lot of bad things going on right now. And if you don't have anybody to kind of bounce off of or even talk to, these can be very depressing times because a lot of people are isolated, even myself. I'm isolated in this house and I still got sick. It's not like I go out. I only went to the grocery store and I still ended up getting sick. The honesty, I'm too honest, I believe. That's my third character strength.
Third is your top. Okay.
I'm too honest, because I'm talking to people who could just lie with a straight face, some of them, right? And I'm like, dang, they deserve Academy Award for that performance.
Okay. So let's move on to the next question.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing those three, Renee. We much
Okay.
appreciate that. How was knowing your results cause you to see yourself differently and interact with other people? How has knowing your results caused you to see yourself differently
Mm-hmm.
and interact with other people? Like knowing your character strengths, is that
Mhm.
surprising, or, you know, how does that make you see yourself now that you know those things?
Well, I have to remind myself that sometimes I give too much. I think it's a mother thing, you know. Good moms, we do that. I'm speaking for mom, women. It's a female thing. We are just very nurturing. I was surprised that so many of my character strengths dealt with like my humanity and my heart and how I love people and how I look out for people. And that's me, really. Um, I wasn't too surprised, but I was surprised because I had never assessed these parts of my personality or these parts of my of how I value people, relationships, my family, my friends, my community, especially. I think that that's probably the main thing. I've grown to learn to appreciate the community that I live in because I was in the suburbs for 20 years, and now I'm back in my old neighborhood. Technically, I'm still from this Central Water area, and I just see so many things that are heartbreaking. They really are. But I'm Dena, you got me out there now, girl. What you gonna do with me, huh? I'm
So,
ready to do it. Huh?
okay, so let's go a little bit deeper here. So, do you see yourself differently now that you know
Let's see.
these character strengths? Do you see yourself differently?
Um, I'm gonna say no.
Okay,
I
all
know,
right.
I know. I see that it was pretty close to how I am.
Okay,
Although I didn't know how to frame it.
right. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Do you interact with people differently now that you know these character strengths? Just talking about the top three, right? That you mentioned. Do you
Gratitude, hope,
interact?
and honesty.
Yes. Do you interact with people differently?
No, because I've always been that person
Okay.
that's friendly.
Yeah. Right.
I walk through my hood and I have no fear. I mean
Okay.
that. I just not that I'm unrealistic. I speak to most of my neighbors. I'll speak to the person that no one else will speak to, especially me and Coco. I make a lot of friends walking my dog. A lot of people come up to her, or she'll come up to them, or we'll just speak. But um, I think that it just made me more aware of exactly what to call how I am.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
So yeah, it does. So okay. So before I make that statement, let me ask you this one. So, what tips or advice do you
Mhm.
have for people who want to apply what they've learned about themselves by taking the character strength survey?
What tips to apply?
Yeah, what tips or advice do you have for people who want to apply what they've learned about taking the character strength survey?
I think just being aware of exactly the type of personality, the type of strength that you do have, and focusing on those strengths in other areas where you may not necessarily have thought about it. Like with me, you know how I feel about these people around here with these dogs, but I have to really go into my character strengths and try to deal with the situation from a different perspective and not let it trigger me and try to use kindness okay,
Okay.
versus anger because it's a problem around here.
Okay. I have one more question, Miss Carl. I'm going to ask that if it's not on here, but I'm going to ask this question.
I gotta blow my nose.
Um, uh, is this a confirmation of who you are? Does this confirm pretty much who you are, Renee?
Listen,
Does this confirm who you are?
I think so. Yeah, I think
Okay. All right. It's a confirmation. Yes.
so.
Okay. All righty.
But I'm
So
not
thank
perfect now.
Oh, no, nobody's
Mm,
perfect.
I'm-
Yeah. So,
but I think so. Especially, I was surprised that hope came before kindness, but they're all right there together. The type of character that I have.
Okay. Thank you so much for your answers, your transparency, Renee, your
Mhm.
wisdom in how to apply and using the character strengths. So the next steps, I encourage everyone who hasn't done so yet to take the character strength survey so you can discover what your strengths are. You can take the strength at the link posted below. And
Mhm.
after you get your results, think about your answers to the questions we just discussed today. Were your results a true reflection of who you are and in what ways? How has knowing your results caused you to see yourself differently and interact with other people differently? What tips or advice do you have for people who want to apply what they've learned about taking the character strength survey? The questions are posted below. For our next Wellness Wednesday post on May 17th, we'll begin a series about wellness and well-being and their importance for various aspects of our life.
Okay.
Thank you, Hajjah Dena. Thank
You're
you, Renee,
welcome.
for sharing
You're
your
welcome.
results.
Well, y'all saw this
That's
is the
re-
fall me. Good God.
that's really helpful for people who want to learn more about themselves and who will be taking the character strength survey. And thank
Okay.
you for watching, those of you who are watching us on YouTube. I want to remind you that we put up our Wellness Wednesday sessions every third Wednesday of the month. So please join us again in May for our next Wellness Wednesday post. And in the meantime, be well and take some time to enjoy yourself outdoors at a park, garden, playground, or other open space. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. That was